I've realized that one of the biggest reasons why the Ummah is suffering nowadays is because we Muslims are all people pleasers. If there's one piece of advice I can give you, it's that you don't have to be liked by everybody. Just think of the best example, the Prophet ﷺ, the person who was the best in character compared to all of humankind. And even the Prophet ﷺ has so many haters. Despite obviously how many Muslims love and adore him, there are a lot of people that also dislike him. And this is why Imam Shafi'i rahimahullah, when he was talking about this idea of pleasing the people or caring about what the people think, he said that it was something that you were never commanded with, and he even said that it was something that's completely impossible. No matter what you do, you cannot please everybody. If you do one thing that you think is good, you're gonna make some other person angry. And if you make that person pleased, you're gonna anger other people that you would not have if you didn't cater to that other person. And the unfortunate reality is, many Muslims undermine their identity and their own religion just so other people can look at them in a certain way and look at them in what they think is a better light. I'll give you an example. How common is it that you see a Muslim give up their prayer because they're scared to get another person mad? Think about in the realm of like work. A lot of people, say, I won't pray on time because my boss tells me not to. Or even in like school or college. Where does this disease stem from? Well, it stems from a lack of fearing Allah and instead fearing the people. If you fear the people instead of Allah, of course you're going to start caring about what they think. And of course you're going to start caring about their opinion on you. If you start praying and they have some hostility or negative energy towards you and you fear them instead of fearing Allah, of course you're not going to be able to go through with what Allah commanded you. But that's where the issue stems from. Why would you fear the people instead of fearing Allah when Allah is the one that deserves to be feared? So I really want this to be drilled into your head. The people's opinion does not matter to you at all. Wallahi, it does not matter to you at all. And in fact, people disliking you and especially people talking bad about you can actually be a benefit towards you. See, it's been reported that a person will come to Allah on the day of judgment and he will see his deeds and he sees some deeds that he realized he didn't even do. This person will ask Allah, where did these deeds even come from? And Allah will say, these deeds came from people backbiting. You see, when a person backbites against you unjustly, he's basically giving his good deeds to you. And just as an extra point, this is a big warning against backbiting. If you're backbiting another person, without any right, without any reason, you're basically giving up your good deeds and giving it to them. But yeah, just think about this fact that if a person is disliking you, and if this person is spreading slander or misinformation, if this person is backbiting about you, he's literally giving you good deeds on Yawm al-Qiyamah. So when you look at it that way, people hating you and people disliking you kind of becomes a gift. There's so many benefits to it, because at the end of the day, on Yawm al-Qiyamah, all you're gonna have is your deed. On top of that, I also want to mention that a lot of people tend to over-exaggerate in their head what they think is gonna happen if they do something that'll make a person mad. What I mean by this is that a lot of Muslims unfortunately have this idea in their head that if they openly proclaim they're Muslim and if they openly pray and do things like this, people will look at them really, really badly, and people have this, bad taste of Muslims or bad opinion of Muslims. But the truth is, this is really out of touch with reality, and a lot of times it comes from the things you see online. Remember, what you see online is not the real world. The truth is, 99% of people are not going to care about you at all. Whatever you pray openly, whatever you proclaim about yourself in terms of your religion, your opinions, people literally don't care. Actually, a lot of people will start respecting you more for being a Muslim because it shows you have a strong identity and strong boundaries. And that's something that people just have to respect. People respect other people who have strong identities and strong boundaries. And people don't respect people who are just walked over and who try to please everybody. I don't want you to have this irrational fear in your head that if I proclaim Islam publicly, everyone's going to start attacking me and hating me and all these things. The truth is, that just doesn't happen in real life. Talk to the average person on the street about Islam, they'd come at it with a sense of curiosity. They'd be interested. And if you've ever done dawah work or anything like that, you'd understand that most people just have open minds and open hearts to Islam. So it's your job to proclaim it, and it's your job to spread that message. So when it comes to pleasing the people, honestly, you have everything to lose and literally nothing to gain. Now, I also want to give you some pieces of advice to stop this habit of people pleasing, because a lot of times people just do it without even realizing, it's kind of a habit ingrained into them. The first piece of advice is fear Allah more and do things that will increase you in taqwa. As I mentioned before, the person who fears Allah and has taqwa of Allah, that person is not going to care about what other people think or fear what people's opinions are of them. But if you're heedless of Allah and you forget Allah, and if you don't have any fear of Allah, then of course you're going to care about what other people think of you, because you don't care about what the Creator thinks of you. And the other piece of advice I'll give you is that you need to have some big objective or multiple big objectives in your life that you're trying to accomplish. What you'll notice is that the people who are preoccupied with other people's business, always talking about other people and in other people's stuff, these are the people who don't have anything going on in their lives. On the other hand, people who are successful and spend their time wisely don't usually care about what another person does with their time, and they don't really care about whatever another person's business is. Instead, if you're working towards something big, if you're trying to accomplish something, a big objective or a big goal, that'll make you focused on yourself, and you'll care less about what other people think of you and about other people's business. So the simplest piece of advice I could give you is start working towards a big goal or a big objective, and naturally you'll stop caring about what other people think. But yeah, that's basically all I have for this video. Stop being a people pleaser and just focus on your relationship with Allah, because that's the relationship that really matters in your life. Check out this video. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.